Nuclear negotiations over the world, fracking in the States, and an inappropriate teacher relationship in Oakland County. Good morning, Walled Lake, and welcome to MI Network. I'm Maria Berishaj, bringing you news from all over the world. Starting today off with big news that addresses the entire world. Amid forecasts that a deal is close, but with several key issues unresolved. 6 world powers announced Friday that they would be taking a 5-day break from their negotiations with Iran over its nuclear program. Negotiators have wavered between optimism and gloom since they sat down last Sunday at a luxury hotel to work out the outline of a deal to prevent Iran from gaining nuclear weapon capability. From talk about nuclear programs to talk about the biggest boy band yet. In London, One Direction is one man down on its world tour. The boy band's publicist says a stressed Zayn Malik is flying home to Britain. But he said the band will continue with upcoming performances as part of the On a Road Again tour. While one man is leaving, hopefully many are returning. In Washington, in the midst of an unexpected break in Iranian nuclear talks, President Barack Obama is calling for the return of Americans held in Iran, which includes a Flint resident accused of spying for the CIA. In a message commemorating the Persian New Year, Obama says it's a time for families to be reunited. He says Iran should immediately release U.S. prisoners. Hoping for the safety of Americans while we address the safety of fracking. In Washington, the Obama administration on Friday unveiled the nation's first major federal regulations on hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking, a technique for oil and gas drilling that has led to a significant increase in American energy production, but has also raised concerns about health and safety risk. From new regulations to breaking old ones. In Oakland County, there is no room for double standards. An Oakland County judge sentenced a 30-year-old female teacher to spend the next 6 to 15 years in prison for having a sexual relationship with a student. Catherine Ronk, who taught Spanish at Catholic High School, could have been sentenced to as little as 1 year in jail, but Oakland County Circuit Court Judge Nancy Grant opted for prison time Tuesday, noting the boy was 15 at the time. This brings me to today's editorial in Michigan. As some school officials have been confronted with gun owners openly carrying weapons on or near the campuses, causing lockdowns for students and faculty and startling parents and law enforcement. A state lawmaker is drafting legislation that will close the loophole in state law that makes it legal. State Senator Mike Green from Mayville wants a bill that will change the law that allows gun owners to openly carry their weapons in gun-free zones like schools. And so now I welcome you to A Minute with Maria, where I give you my say on your news. Please remember that the opinions voiced in this section are not the opinions of MI Network. It has become evident today that school shootings have not only increased, but the media's attention to them has, which explains why so many people have this fear in them that their school would be next. So I think it's important that we close the loophole that allows people to open carry guns, especially on school grounds. The primary reason for this is for the peace of mind for those affiliated with the school. When someone with a gun were to come on campus, it would only cause mayhem, especially since many people do not know about this loophole. I find it important that we close this loophole also because it threatens the safety, seeing as we do not know the intentions of the person carrying the gun. I think overall it'll only benefit if we were to close this loophole and damage would not be done. Want to hear more about this scoop? Visit minetwork.org and tell us what you think about this story. And now, moving on to sports and weather. In the NHL, Tampa Bay beat Detroit in a score of 3-1. So sorry to all those Red Wings fans. But for weather, it looks like it'll be chilly with some snow. Although the groundhog didn't see his shadow, so hopefully that won't last very long. It's expected to be cold for the upcoming week as well, with a low of 15 degrees on Friday night. It has been my pleasure to give you your news. Thank you for tuning in and listening. My name is Maria Berishaj, and I'm from MI Network, signing off.